Wilton Stakes looks to be a pretty logical race and one where I say we can eliminate a short price runner pretty quickly. Now, early speed's going to be the theme to remember in here. Horses need to be forward to win at this mile distance at Saratoga. I want to start in here with the 4 because her last race easily puts her in the lead in here. The quarter mile time isn't blazing, but she was able to pick it up by that 4 furlong mark and held that lead until being caught at the second call. I don't expect to see fractions quite that hot again, so slower is only going to benefit this 4. And before moving on, I'm leaning towards saying that this is a pretty one-dimensional horse. It seems to be gate to wire or bust, judging off of how that last race went once she was confronted coming out of that second call. Now, the 1 is sort of the perfect blend to me of what we're looking for in a race like this. Let's go back to the maiden win in October of last year. She was able to come from off the pace. You see in 4th at the first and second call, then makes a move in here to win that race. You see in her second career race as well, 5th at the first call, moves up to 3rd, and just stays that way throughout the rest of the time. The race last time out at Churchill Downs on June 1st is going to be key. She won that race going wire to wire. So we see a new dimension to her game running style wise. She's comfortable, whether that be pressing like we see in her maiden win or leading throughout like we see in her last race. That's good since looking at the pace figures, the 4 should be in front early. Now, back to this June 1st date. There were 2 races at the mile distance at Churchill Downs on that day, and the other race was won by the 6. Look at the fractions, and you're going to see how much more demanding the 1 misjustified face and set than what Bell's Beach ran against to press in here to winning. I'm not buying into this pressing trip, especially when you see the first and second call adjusted of a -15 and a -12. Any horse with any sort of talent will be able to press into those fractions. 5-2 is going to be way too short for me going against horses that are proven against other winners. Now, I'll be curious how the public bets this race, but I'll take the 1 on top in here. I'm not expecting the 3-1, but with eliminating the short price of the 6, hopefully that can give us a good chunk of the pool as being dead money. And look, I wouldn't completely toss out this 4. I would just look to use her more in the horizontal wagering since she seems to be a do or die early runner. The rest of the pressers in this race are lacking from a class and pace perspective against what the 1 and 4 have. Their speed figures are better, and they have a pretty sizable gap between them and the other pressers in this race. I'll go logical, and I'll go narrow in here with the 1 and look to get around what seems to be a pretty shaky 5-2 horse coming off a maiden victory that was much slower than what the 1 posted on the same day. Hey, if you want to get the rest of the analysis for Saratoga, check out the pinned comment below and get signed up to get it.